Okay.
We bring the contest to many.
Yes.
As a Latin.
Way to go.
Centrum in ad motos defermus. I think that's just a fun little, It's what we do.
I don't know enough Latin to do it.
My 3 years of Latin, I remember very little.
But you might find Jeff knew enough to figure it out. So we put that on our logo.
Yeah, somewhere put a little flying like ribbon over the top of the tree or something.
Yeah. Do I have enough cables draped down this pole, Mark?
No, I don't think so.
Now, where I'd rather, but there's no power over there. Where I'd rather be is over on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'd be up in the corner and straight out first base.
Yep.
And I can't be in this corner because I'm in the road of the dugout entrance. But I could be over on the other corner next to the visiting dugout at first base. And that'd work better, but there's no power over there.
Fair enough.
The only thing I could do, I suppose, is use a 100-footer and run a cable over there.
Or bring my silly power thing.
Yeah. So how this team's win-loss record?
I don't know. Half of the games are up on the MHSAA.
But only half.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Pioneer Softball is live and on the air.
We are live from the softball varsity field where it is your Pioneer women's softball team taking on the Chelsea Bulldogs, and it should be the senior night as well. So we'll do our best to bring you those celebrations as the officials getting the plate dusted off. Taking a look at your lineups as Pioneer heads out onto the field. So playing second is Wernemount, playing shortstop is Slater, playing third is Wilson, playing left field is Schrautman, playing the pitcher is Gittinger, Marco is playing first, Roderick is the catcher, Jones is right field, and Parker is the center field for Pioneer. The batting lineup for Chelsea: number one is Purdy, who's playing shortstop. Number two is Olette, who is playing second base. Number three is McCullough, who is playing third base. Number four is Kay, who's playing first base. Number five is Absher, who is the catcher. Number six is Underwood, who is the pitcher. Number seven is Reisner, who is playing left field. Number eight is Pardica, who is playing center. And number nine is Dark, who is playing right field. As everyone getting ready to go here, getting warmed up, as getting set, pitching out there for Pioneer is Geidinger, number 14. As she is up on the mound and throwing the ball around. Now coming up is Purdy. For the first at-bat of the game. As first pitch up, Geidinger. That goes as a ball. One and 0 to Purdy. Geidinger set. Here comes the pitch. That one popped up, and that is going to go over the back gate. That'll make it 1-1 to Purdy. Geidinger back in the pitching circle. Purdy gets back set in the box, gets that bat over her right shoulder. Gittinger with the pitch. That one up and out of play. That is 1 ball, 2 strikes for Gittinger. Pitching. Purdy. Gets a shoulder protector or a elbow protector on. Purdy steps back into the box. Gittinger. Right back to the plate. That one is low, 2-2. Or high, 2-2. Gittinger steps back in the pitching circle. Here comes the next pitch. As that is hit out to left field. That is going to get down. Racing over to get it is Schrautman. The throw cut off, and that is a double for Purdy to start off the game. Next up is number 9, Olette. Now Purdy timeout as she gives the third base coach her elbow protector. Now Olette steps into the box. Gittinger looks in. Gittinger. There's a foul tip back to the backstop. That is 0-1 on Olette. No outs, player on second for Chelsea. Gittinger from the stretch. There's the pitch that's popped up. Infield fly over, and that falls. As racing over to get it was Markle, and it's got caught. That'll make it runners on first and on second. No outs. That brings up to the plate McCullough. Gettinger from the pitching rubber. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 to McCullough. Gettinger steps on the pitching rubber, stretches back, looks in. Here comes the next pitch. That tip back to the backstop. 1-1 on McCullough. As Roderick gets it back to Gettinger. Gettinger stretches back. Here comes the next pitch. As that is hit up the middle, grabbed over to third base for the out. Runners remain on first and second, but they get the force at third. So that makes it 2 on, 1 out for Pioneer. It was a good job by Slater to get it over to Wilson. Next up is K in the batter's box. Gettinger with the first pitch, and that gets back to the backstop. Runners advance to third and second. That is going to be a ball. 1-0 on K. Runners now on second and third. So 2 runs in scoring position with 1 out. Gettinger, next pitch. That is hit back to the fence. That makes it 1-1. Kay steps back in the batting box. Gettinger gets set on the pitching rubber. Stretches back with that left foot. Here comes the pitch. That one fouled again back to the fence. That makes it 1-2 on Kay. Okay, takes a couple swings, now steps back in the batting box, gets a wide stance, bat over her right shoulder. Gettinger stretches on the pitching rubber. Here comes the pitch. As that is hit, going back to get it. As that is going to be tagged up and in. 1 run scores. So 2 outs. But a run scores, runner on third. That makes it 1-0 Chelsea here in the first. Top of the first. So perfect sacrifice. Here comes the next pitch. Snap back to the backstop on Absher. 0-1 the count on Absher. 2 outs, 1 runner on third for Chelsea. They have the 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. Gettinger, next, that hit, as that's grabbed at shortstop, throw to first, and that will do it. Right? No, okay. Safe at first, and that means the run scores. As timeout called, as coach goes to talk to the official. As the official has a much better view than we did. Where we looked at it, it looked like an out, but again, the official right there, so. May well have been that the throw just pulled her foot off of the bag and the tag didn't happen there. So, 2-0. Chelsea with the lead. One runner on first. Next is Underwood. Batting left-handed. As that is hit. As caught out in left field. Good job on the catch out there by Schroutman. As 2 runs score for Chelsea. Pioneer able to limit the damage to 2. And now Pioneer will take the field. So let's play a quick message from the MHSAA, if I can see my computer here, and we'll be right back with our bottom of the first action.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As Chelsea getting warmed up out there, try and give you a little sounds of the game. Out on the pitching mound is Underwood. And over at first base is Kay. Over at second base is Olette. The shortstop is Purdy. Third base is McCullough. Out in left field is Reisner. Out in center is Partica. And out in right is Dark. Oh, and the catcher, forgive me, Absher is the catcher. Absher comes out as Chelsea gets right at the pitching rubber to talk things over. First up for Pioneer is Wernemout. You got to see her play a lot as we broadcast some of the Pioneer ladies basketball games, and she did a fantastic job. Always great to see a lot of these players play multiple sports and get to see them several times throughout the year. Here comes the first pitch. As that is going to be a ball. 1-0 to Wernemout. Underwood with the next pitch. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. 1-1 on Wernemout. Here, bottom of the first, 2-0. Chelsea with the lead over Pioneer. Pioneer, by the way, in their purple pinstripes, really slick-looking uniforms. Chelsea is in their white uniforms with the Chelsea and block lettering on the front. Here comes the next pitch. And back to the fence. That makes it 1-2. So Wernemout steps right back in. Two and two, the count on Wernemout as that ball call was a foul. Here comes the next pitch from Underwood. And that is a strikeout, 1 out for Pioneer. Next up is 16 Slater, who is this shortstop. Steps into the batter's box. She gets that back, couple swings, gets it over her right shoulder. Underwood looks in. Underwood with the pitch. And that is, 1-0 ball on that pitch. Underwood looks in again. Here comes the next pitch to Slater. As that is a strike. On a swing, check swing, 1-1. On Slater. Slater gets back in the batting box. Underwood looks in. Here comes the next pitch. As that is going to be a swing and tip back to the fence. That makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes on Slater. Underwood set on the pitching rubber. Underwood looking in. Underwood with the next pitch and a swing and a miss. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Underwood. Next up for Pioneer is Wilson, the third base. As Wilson set in the batter's box. Underwood at the pitching rubber. That's going to be a ball, 1-0 to Wilson. Pioneer just trying to get a base runner in this inning, trying to make something happen, down 2-0. That is going to be a strike, 1-1 to Wilson. Underwood with the ball. Gets set back on the pitching rubber, looks in. Here comes the pitch. That's high for a ball, 2-1 with 2 outs here. Wilson set in the batter's box. Here comes the next pitch. As that is going to be a swinging strike, 2-2 to Wilson. 2-2 with 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. As that's tipped back to the fence, count remains 2-2. Chelsea up 2-0 here, bottom of the first. Pioneer trying to make something happen with 2 outs. Underwood looks in. Here comes the pitch. As that is a strike. 3 strikeouts for Underwood. And Pioneer is out in the inning. We move to the top of the second. Chelsea up 2-0. As Pioneer takes the field. As they get set, let's play a little push shot, and we will be right back with your top of the second. Top of the second, 2-0 Chelsea with the lead. As first up for Chelsea is Reisner, left field. Steps in the batter's box. Gittinger gets set on the pitching rubber. Here comes the first pitch. That foul back to the fence. That makes it 0-1 on Reisner. Reisner takes a couple cuts outside the batter's box. Now steps back in. Gittinger gets that right foot back. Here comes the next pitch. As that is hit out to left field. That will make it all the way back to the fence. As working her way out to second base is Reisner with a double. No outs. Batter on second. That brings up Partica, center fielder, number 7 for Chelsea. She steps into the batting box. Gittinger with the pitch. That one high. That makes it 1-0. Partica back in the box. Not really a big leadoff for Reisner at second. Here comes the pitch as that is popped up, and that'll be caught. Excellent job catching that by Parker. Or excuse me, forgive me, that was Markle who got that right at first, and 1 out. 1 player on second, 2-0. Chelsea with the lead. Both runs scored in the first. That brings up Dark, the right fielder. Here comes the first pitch. That is in for a strike. As Wernemount raced over to cover the base. Here comes one. As that's hit out, that'll bounce in to left center field. The throw to third goes to the fence. But that is going to keep Reisner on third, so no outs. Or 1 out, excuse me. Runners on second and third for Chelsea. They have a 2-0 lead here, top of the second. That's going to bring up top of the order for Purdy, the shortstop, who gets right back into the batter's box. Gittinger set on the pitching rubber. Stretches back with the right foot. Here comes the pitch. As that is a strike. 0-1 to Purdy. Runner on second and third for Chelsea. Purdy back in the batter's box. Gittinger, as that is hit, popped up, and caught. Excellent job coming over and catching that was Roderick. That makes it 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Chelsea. That will bring up Ouellette. Pioneer trying to keep Chelsea from getting any more runs here in the second. Already 2-0 Chelsea. There's the first one is a tip back. That is 0-1 on Ouellette. Gittinger steps on the pitching rubber, gets her right foot back, and that is a ball just a little high. That makes it 1-1 with to Ouellette. And Troutman, Reisner, not a huge lead off. That one popped up out to center, and that will do it. Great catch out in center field by Parker, and Pioneer able to strand 2 Chelsea runners, and that will bring up bottom of the second for Pioneer. As they will be batting, trying to cut into the 2-run Chelsea lead. Underwood continues on the mound. Underwood struck out the last 3 batters. So she cruised through the first inning. Pioneer looking to do a little bit more damage here in the second. Try and cut into this 2-0 lead by the Bulldogs. As game time temperature, by the way, 66 degrees. Gorgeous day out in the area. Cloud in the sky. I don't know what this blue sky is here in spring in Michigan, but we don't get to see it often. It has turned into a very nice spring recently. It was exceedingly cold earlier on the early games, and we tried to cover a few more softball games and kept getting rained out as we were bad luck every time we did that. So glad to be here. We plan on being here Monday as well for the doubleheader versus Huron. We'd love for you to come on out, cheer on the team. Love to see all the wonderful Pioneer fans and the opposing team's fans as well out here. As in Troutman for Pioneer. First pitch, and that is a strike by Underwood. 1-0 to Troutman. Next pitch by Underwood, as that will slip out, and that will end up. As the ball just slipped out of her hand, that counts as a ball. 1-1. Every once in a while with the dirt on them, those balls are hard to handle. Here comes the next pitch by Underwood. That is a strike. 1-2. Troutman steps back into the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She now has to protect the plate. That one tipped back to the fence. So wastes off a pitch by Underwood. Keeps it 1-2. Troutman steps back into the box, gets that bat over her right shoulder. Underwood to the pitching rubber. Underwood with the next pitch. As that is a strikeout, 4th strikeout for Underwood. That is going to bring up Gittinger, the Pioneer pitcher, who's going to try and help her cause at the plate. 1 out for Pioneer. Here comes Underwood's pitch. And that was fouled back over the fence, back towards the baseball field. Some power to that, but that went back. Gittinger steps back into the batter's box. Underwood set. Here comes the pitch. That's a ball. 1-1 to Gittinger. Underwood back to the pitching rubber, kicks that left foot back. Here comes the next pitch as that's hit. That'll drop as that'll go out to right field. Gittinger gets on base with a single. 1 runner on, 1 out for Pioneer here. Bottom of the second. Up to bat is first baseman Markle. It's a so courtesy runner at first. As courtesy runner is Miller at first. Underwood now looks in. Markle trying to advance the first base runner for Pioneer. As throw back to first, that is going to be a strike 0-1. As Markle was showing bunt. Absher gets back behind the plate. Underwood at the rubber. That left foot back. Here comes the next pitch. That is going to be a ball. 1-1 to Markle. Markle batting left-handed. Here comes the next pitch. As that is hit, that goes all the way out to left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. As Miller coming over, Miller's going to go home. Miller waved home, and at the plate, oh, and out. A really, really good throw from the outfield. Out from left, Reisner got a good throw from the outfield, and boy, touch and go at home plate. And that takes away the threat for Pioneer for the moment. 2 outs. Runner on second, though. Marco's still in scoring position. Attempting to get that. Next player up, Roderick. The catcher for Pioneer. First pitch out there is a strike. 0-1. Underwood with the set, the pitch. That is a ball. 1-1. Pitch a little low. Next pitch by Underwood to Roderick. It's going to be a strike. 1-2 on Roderick with 2 outs. As that will put Markle in motion on the pitch. Here comes the next pitch from Underwood. And that is a strikeout. That is the 5th strikeout for Underwood. As one fly out. One fly ball that ended up at a out at the plate. The only other out that was not a strikeout by Underwood. So she is cruising so far as we head into top of the third here. As Pioneer takes the field. There we go. Just updated on the scores scoreboard across the way. As next up for Chelsea is going to be McCullough, who plays third base for Chelsea. First up should be the expected batters, McCullough, Kay, and Absher, the third base player, the first base player, and the catcher due up for Chelsea. Chelsea with the 2-0 lead here. This is a single today, by the way. I believe this was at least originally mentioned as senior game, so if they do a senior celebration after the game, we will hang out and bring that to you, as it's always bittersweet on a senior day to see these wonderful, amazing players realize you don't have much more time with them in the purple and white, but you do know they'll go on to amazing things. First pitch as that is hit up in the air towards left field. That'll drop in for a double as McCullough makes it to second before that throw comes in. So McCullough makes it to second. Runner on second, no outs. Kay in at the plate. Gettinger with the pitch. That's going to be a ball. 1-0 to Kay. Gettinger gets set, gets back on the pitching rubber, kicks that left foot back. Kay in, waiting for the pitch, swing and a miss. That makes it 1-1. No outs as of yet. Runner on second for Chelsea. Okay, back in the batter's box. Wide stance. Gettinger with the pitch. That is a strike. 1-2 on K. Okay, back in. Here comes the pitch by Gettinger. Swing and a miss. That is a strikeout. First strikeout for Gettinger. Next up is the catcher, Absher, for Chelsea. Pioneer looking to try and strand the Chelsea runner at second. Here comes the pitch as that is popped up, and that will go over and out of play over the dugout here. That makes it 0-1 for Absher. Gettinger. Set. Here comes the pitch. That is hit out to left field. That's going to get all the way back to the wall. That's going to score one as McCullough goes in. Throw to Slater. Slater gets it to Gettinger. That will be a double for Absher, and that makes it 3-0. Chelsea. As courtesy runner now for Chelsea. See if I can pull that up. As that is going to be Wall, who's the courtesy runner on second for Chelsea. There is a hit all the way back. And that's a home run, as that'll drive two more in, as Underwood not only has 5 strikeouts, but drives in 2 runs with a home run, helping her own cause. That'll make it 5-0. So 5-0 Chelsea, 1 out as Underwood with the home run. That brings up Reisner. Gettinger. That is going to be 1-0. Base is clear after the home runs. Gettinger steps on the plate. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. To Reisner. Reisner gets set back. That is hit down the third base line, over into left field. That ball grabbed, thrown over to Wernemount at second. And Reisner will hold over at first. So 1 runner on first, 5-0. Chelsea with the lead. That is going to bring up Partica. Who plays center field. Here comes the first pitch. That's a strike back to the fence. 0-1 on Partica. Geidinger. Back out to the pitching rubber. Geidinger. That foul back to the fence. 0-2 with 1 out. Partica. And takes a cut, now steps back into the batter's box. Gettinger. As that is hit out to left field. And grabbed, caught there. As Reisner goes back to first. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Chelsea has the 5-0 lead on Pioneer here in the third. Top of the third. As that brings up Dark, the right fielder for Chelsea. Gettinger stretches that left leg back. as that is going to be a strike. 0-1 to Dark. Pioneer infield reminding everyone 2 outs, as that is foul. 0-2, the count on Dark. Pioneer trying to strand a runner at first. Here comes the next pitch to Dark. Dark pops that up. 0-2 the count. Gettinger gets the ball, heads back out. Dark, wide stance in the batter's box. Pad over right shoulder. Here comes the next pitch, as that is foul. To the count, 2 outs. 5-0 Chelsea here, top of the third. Here comes the next pitch, as that is popped up, back looking, and that'll fall in, as that will be a base hit. Runner advances to second, so runners on first and second. Dark gets a single. As Slater trying to get to it, and it just passed where she was at. Kind of fell between the fielders. And we'll bring up Purdy. Back top of the order, shortstop for Chelsea. Gettinger. That is going to be 1-0. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Runners at first and second for Chelsea. Purdy set in the box. Gettinger with the pitch, as that is hit into left field, pops up. That's going to score at least 1 run. Second run coming in. That is going to be a triple for Purdy. 2 more runs score. That makes it 7-0. Chelsea with the lead. As that was a very well hit ball out to left field. That brings up Ouellette, who plays second for Chelsea, as they have 2 runs in with 2 outs. As that is popped up back behind the dugout, that will be 0-1 to Ouellette. Gettinger. Here comes the ball, as a wonderful fan went and grabbed it. Gettinger. In. Ouellette dug in. Gettinger. With that is going to be hit all the way out, and that's a home run. That'll score 2. Out to center, as that gets just over the wall to center. As Ouellette with the home run that drives in 2. That's going to be 4 runs in by Chelsea with just 2 outs, or with 2 outs in this inning. So Chelsea doing a lot of damage with 2 outs, able to try to make it tough on Pioneer, as there's a conference at the pitching mound. They're talking things over. All right, up to the plate is McCullough. That hit out towards center. And, that just drops, as we're not trying to get that in. It just got caught maybe in the sun, as that'll drop in for a base hit is McCullough. Follows up the home run with the base hit, so that puts a player on first. That brings up Kay, the first base, who plays first base for Chelsea. Gettinger. That is foul right towards us down the third base line. That'll make it should be 1-1. Or no, it's 0-1, excuse me. 0-1. So 0-1, 2K. Gettinger. Get set. Here comes the pitch. That is strike. 0-2 with 2 outs. Pioneer trying to get out of an inning. Chelsea had a home run, 2 home runs in this inning. Each scored 2, and that is going to be a hit on a pitch as Kay took that off the hip. That puts Kay to first and McCullough to second. So 2 runners on, 2 out. 9-0 Chelsea with the lead here. Absher, the catcher, up. Gettinger with the stretch, the pitch, as that's hit out to left field, going over, and that just fell in. Trying to get it out there was Jones, and that will score another run as Kay goes in. That makes it 11-0. That'll score 2 runs, as that's a double for Absher. Absher gets set to second. So 2 more runs score, 11-0 Chelsea over Pioneer. As that is, 6 runs with 2 outs in this inning, as Chelsea has done a lot of damage with 2 outs on the board. Now that brings up Underwood, who homered earlier. Here comes the pitch from Gettinger. That's a foul. Back to the backstop. That makes it 0-1. As they have to chase down another ball. There's been a couple of them that have been lost over the fence here, so need to send someone to go chase those down. Get a ball, and that gets thrown out to Gettinger. So Underwood with 5 strikeouts, a home run, at least 2 RBIs for Gettinger. She's at the plate, 0-1. Here comes the next pitch, Underwood, swing and miss. 0-2 the count on Underwood. Gettinger gets the ball back, looks in. Gettinger on the pitching rubber. Here comes the next pitch. That is popped up. Out of play. Stays 0-2 with 2 outs. Runner on second for Chelsea. Chelsea has cleared the bases a couple times in this inning. Pioneer trying to get that runner on second stranded. That would be Absher, who had a double, who drove down in 2 RBIs. That is going to be 1-2, as that's a high for ball. Gettinger. The ball looking in, Underwood in the batter's box. Ready for the pitch. Here comes Gettinger's pitch. As that is hit, it gets past the second base all the way out to the wall. That scores another run. That is going to be a stand-up triple for Underwood, who in this inning had a home run and a stand-up triple. That one lit out to right field. 12-0 Chelsea with the lead on Pioneer. That brings up Reisner. Courtesy runner on third.
Keep your head on it, you'll hit it solid. Head stays, you hit it solid.
As that first pitch, strike. Reisner. It's a couple swings back in the batter's box. Gettinger. Next pitch, that one high. 0-1. 12-0, the Chelsea lead. Gettinger. The next pitch. That popped up. That will make it. 0-2. Pioneer has had a batter 0-2 with 2 outs a couple times in this inning. And Chelsea has really protected the plate and gotten things in play from that position. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is another strikeout for Gettinger. So Chelsea does a fair amount of damage in this inning, as I believe they had a 3-run into that. So 9-run inning for Chelsea. Pioneer will look to try and get back a few of those runs here in the bottom of the third. As they head out, Underwood still on the mound for Chelsea. Let's play a little bit, just a quick message from the MHSAA, and we will be right back.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
First pitch to Jones is a strike by Underwood. Here comes the second pitch. Swing and a miss. That makes it 0-2 on Jones, who gets set in the batter's box. Underwood with the next pitch. And that is a strikeout. Underwood with her 6th strikeout. That makes it 1 out. Nobody on for Pioneer. Parker in the batter's box. Word him out. Getting warmed up. Underwood looks in. As the sign, here comes the pitch. That is going to be a strike to Parker. 0-1 to Parker. 1 out, nobody on for Pioneer. Down 12-0 to Chelsea. Looking for a big comeback here. Just want to get a couple runs in. Next pitch. That's going to be a strike. 0-2 to Parker. 6 strikeouts for Underwood. Next pitch by Underwood. That is going to be a ball. 1-2 to Parker. Parker takes a cut, now gets back in the batter's box. Jones, or Underwood with the pitch that's high. 2-2 to Parker. As Parker takes a cut, then steps back in the batter's box. Underwood, fairly quick working on the mound, looks in. Underwood with the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Underwood. Only 1 batter retired on anything other than a strikeout for Underwood. That was a really close throw at the plate. Wernham out, who plays second for Pioneer, now up. Back top of the order for Pioneer. Wernham out. Swing and a miss. That makes it 0-1. 2 outs on Pioneer. Wernham out looking to make a rally happen with 2 outs. Chelsea did a lot of damage last inning with 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch. That is a ball. 1-1 to Wernham out. She takes a cut, now gets back in the batter's box. Underwood has the sign. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. That makes it 1-2 to Wernham out. Underwood with the next pitch. as that is a strikeout. 8 strikeouts for Underwood, as going into the bottom of the third, or into the top of the fourth, excuse me. Top of the fourth, it is 12-0 Chelsea with the lead. It is worth noting that those of you who may not know the Mercy rules, after 3 innings, it would be if a team is down 20 runs or more, so it's still within that. After 4 innings, it would be if a team is down 15 runs or more. So Pioneer hoping to get a couple quick outs here and try and keep it just a 12-run lead by Chelsea, and then they can try and start coming back at the bottom of this 4th inning. Gettinger on the mound for Pioneer. As Partica first up, first pitch. That was a practice one, forgive me. Little warm-up pitch there as everyone gathers around. And to give Gettinger a little emotional support. As Chelsea has just really had some live bats in this game so far. 2 strikeouts for Gettinger, looking for another one here as Partica steps back into the batter's box. Gettinger looks in. Here comes the pitch. As that was a ball low. 1-0 to Partica. Gettinger set back on the pitching rubber. Partica ready. That one high. 2-0. Gettinger at the pitching rubber. Here comes the next pitch. That one high to Partica. That's 3-0. So you wonder if Partica will just take this and look for the walk, or if she's going to look for a strike to hit. Gettinger puts that one right over the plate. Strike 1, so 3-1 to Partica. Partica sat in the batter's box. Gettinger with the next pitch, as that is popped up, and that will be foul down the first base line. Markle racing in to try and get to it, but it drops down first. So that makes it 3-2. Full count to Partica. As again, she takes a couple cuts outside of the batter's box. 3-2. Gettinger comes the stretch in the pitch. That one hit out to center field. That's going to drop in. That will be a double as Partica gets to second. Leadoff double for Chelsea here in the top of the 4th. No outs, 1 player on second. That brings up Dark, the right fielder for Chelsea. As that is going to be perfect. So that is going to be Dicing. Piper Dicing. First is a ball. So Dicing now set. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1 to Dicing. Gettinger back on the mound. Dicing in the batter's box. That one's going to be high. 2-1 to Dicing. Gettinger with the next pitch. Swing and a miss. As that ball got past, that will advance the runner to third. So 2-2, nobody out. Runner on at third for Chelsea. Dicing. Set in the batter's box. Gettinger with the pitch. That one high. Full count, 3-2. Dicing set. Here comes the pitch by Gettinger. Swing and a miss. Gettinger gets her third strikeout. That makes it 1 out as Partica on third. She had a double and then advanced on a pass ball to third base. Sorry, that was Piper Dicing. Now it comes Charlotte Dicing. So Charlotte Dicing. Here comes the pitch. That one high. That will be 1-0. Charlotte Dicing in the batter's box. Gettinger back on the pitching mound. 0-1. The count to Charlotte Dicing. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One out, one runner on third for Chelsea. And it's Partica on third. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Charlotte Dicing. Charlotte Dicing set in the batter's box. Here comes the next pitch. That is going to be a strike. 4 strikeouts for Gettinger. That makes it 2 outs, 1 runner on third for Chelsea. They did a lot of damage with 2 outs in the last inning. Pioneer looking to try and get out of this inning without allowing any more damage as Olette staying in. Olette, the second base player. That hit, that'll get into left field as skips past shortstop position. Wernemout has it. That rolls over to first, but that will score Partica. Makes it 13-0. Chelsea with the lead again with another run with 2 outs. Chelsea has really been good in the 2-out position. Next scheduled batter would be McCullough. As Parashow in for McCullough, so we'll get that in. So Parashow in as the official dusts off the mound. So Parashow, 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss. So 2 outs. Here comes the pitch to Parashow. That is a ball. 1-1 on Parashow. Gettinger. Stretch back. That is a strike. 1-2 to Parashow. Two outs. Runner on first. Parashow, swing and a miss. Pioneer gets out of the inning. That ends up being the 5th strikeout for Gittinger. So a couple replacements. Piper Dicing replaced Dark in the 9th batter spot. Charlotte Dicing replaced Purdy at the 1st batter spot. Ouellette stayed, and then Parachute replaced McCullough and 3rd in the lineup. Chelsea comes back out there. Looks like, I believe it's going to stay Underwood. It is on the pitching mound, and why wouldn't she? She has eight strikeouts, only 1 out made by anything other than a strikeout. That was a throw to the plate. 2 really, really good hard-hit balls against Underwood, but otherwise she has really kept the Pioneer batters off kilter. As Slater looking to step into the batter's box. 13-0 Pioneer here at the bottom of the 4th, looking to get some work done. Just want to get a couple runs going and start to try and get some momentum going their way. All starts with just a couple good swings and getting on base. But Underwood has been an absolute monster and the pitching rubber. Slater steps into the box. Underwood with the first pitch to Slater, as that is popped up out to center, and a good catch out there by Purdy, who ran over to grab that. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Wilson, who plays 3rd in for Pioneer. Underwood looks in, as that is going to be a strike right at the knees to Wilson. 0-1. Underwood, here comes the next pitch. That tipped back to the backstop. 0-2, excuse me. 2 strikes, no balls. Wilson digs in with 2 strikes. Got to protect the plate. Underwood. And that is a swing and a miss. Underwood continues to be fantastic, as that is 9 strikeouts for Underwood, who has just been cruising on the mound. Miller in. As that is a first pitch strike for Miller. Next pitch. That is a strike. 0-2 to Miller. To Miller. Miller takes a couple cuts. Underwood looks in, has the sign. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is another strikeout. 10 strikeouts for Underwood. As we are in the top of the 5th inning. Again, at the end of 5, if the differential is 10 or more, that will lead to the game being over. So Pioneer is going to want to try and keep Chelsea off the bases in this inning, and do their best to get a couple runs in the bottom of the inning as they want to stretch this out, try and give themselves enough time to maybe make a big dent in this lead by the Bulldogs. This a single game today. It'll be a doubleheader on Monday versus Huron, as we will be here. We'll have that on Monday. On Tuesday, we'll hope to have the baseball. As long as the weather is good, we'll have a doubleheader. I believe that's Pioneer Baseball versus Huron. And then on Wednesday, we have 2 playoff games, which means we'll have a free audio broadcast. The video will be on the NFHS network, which is what the MHSAA requires. We'll have that tomorrow, too, by the way, for the a playoff game for Pioneer men's lacrosse. On Wednesday, though, it will be Pioneer women's soccer at 4:30, and then Pioneer women's lacrosse at 7 o'clock starting their playoff push. But tomorrow, Pioneer men versus Salem in men's lacrosse. Big playoff game tomorrow at Hallway Field. Hope to see you there. Here comes the next pitch. As that one just high to K. 1-0, the count on K. Gettinger gets set, comes over and looks in. Here comes the next pitch to K. That is going to be a ball, 2-0 to K. Gettinger to the mound, or to the pitching rubber. Gettinger. That one low to the plate. 3-0 to K. Three and 0, K looking to take, and that is ball 4, so that will be a walk. First walk of the game, I believe. That is going to bring up Absher. Absher had a double last time she was up, drove in 2 runs. Here comes the pitch that tipped. Tip foul. That will be 0-1. Absher. Gettinger back behind the rubber, looking in. She steps on the rubber, kicks that left leg back. Absher, good wide stretch. That is going to be a strike. 0-2. Now to Absher. No outs, 1 runner on first. That's K there by a walk. Here comes the next pitch. That is going to be low. 1-2 to Absher. Gettinger steps back behind the rubber now. Has the signal. Here comes the pitch. That hit out to left field. That'll be, that gets down, throw to the shortstop, Slater, but that puts a runner on first, runner on second, no outs for Chelsea. We'll see. Underwood had the helmet on, looks like coming out. Okay, that is going to be Wall, who's in for Underwood. Wall, a courtesy runner earlier. So Gettinger. Set. As we are set. Pitch to Wall, that low. As there. 0-1. Is the count. Here comes the next pitch to Wall. Wall pops it up, and that caught. Runner on first and second, 1 out. As we'll see if that's Reislinger. It is indeed Reisner. Excuse me, Reisner out. Reisner set in the batter's box. Here comes the first pitch. That's going to be low. 1-0 to Reisner. And 2 outs. Runner on second. As that is going to be a foul back. And caught. So that will be an out, and we are now in the bottom of the 5th. (13-0). Pioneer needs to get at least 3-4 runs, I believe, in this inning to make sure that they are able to continue. Underwood has the ball, heads out. Underwood with 9 or 10 strikeouts so far. Yeah, she has been fantastic, Pioneer. Looking to find a way to get past Underwood. So they want to get at least 4 runs in this inning. As Parashow now at third. Absher back behind the plates. That is going to be Gittinger up first to try and help her own cause. Here comes the pitch by Underwood. That one low for a ball. 1-0 on Gittinger. Markle and Rodriguez, the other scheduled players up in this inning. Here comes the next pitch. That hit. Grabbed. Underwood. Throw to first and 1 up, 1 down for Chelsea. That'll bring up Markle, who plays first. Left-handed batter. Lefty versus lefty. Or excuse me, Underwood's throwing right-handed. I thought she batted left-handed. That is a ball, 1-0. Pioneer just looking to get a couple base runners, see if they can string some things together here. Here comes the next pitch. That is going to be high. 2-0 to Markle. Markle gets set back in the batter's box. Gets that bat over her left shoulder. Here comes the next pitch. That's a strike. 2-1 to Markle. No players on, 1 out. Markle digs in the batter's box. Underwood looks in. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 to Markle. It's Underwood with 10 strikeouts, looking for 11th. Markle, as that is a strikeout. That's 11 strikeouts for Underwood. Pioneer down to their last out. As Roderick in. Jones on deck. First pitch to Roderick. That is a strike. 0-1 to Roderick. Next pitch by Underwood. That is a strike right at the knees. Roderick now 0-2. She's going to have to really swing at anything over the plate, try and protect that plate. Here comes the next pitch. That one low. Good eye by Roderick. 1-2. So Underwood has been absolutely amazing trying to get on base and get past the outstanding Underwood. She even had the lone throw out, one of the throwouts today. That is a ball, 2-2 to Roderick. Roderick, the catcher for Pioneer. Here comes the next pitch by Underwood. And that is a strikeout. So that ends up being 12 strikeouts by Chelsea. And due to the fact that there is more than a 10-run differential at the end of the fifth, that is the game. So it is 13 Chelsea, nothing for Pioneer. Now we'll see if they do a senior celebration after this, so we're not going to cut away just now. But Underwood with a fantastic outing and really good bats as Pioneer battled hard but just couldn't get anything going past Underwood as Underwood struck out 12 players. There was a throwout at the plate. Underwood threw someone out at first base, and that's where it ended up at. I thought this was scheduled for a single game as opposed to a doubleheading, but we'll see what's going on here. It does look like a lot of the Chelsea fans packing up. Again, we'll see if they do a senior celebration or what's happening here. We'll take just a moment. So that will do it. Senior night is Monday, and we'll be here for Monday. That's a doubleheader versus Huron. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much for all of your support of either of these two teams. Tomorrow, we will be back 4:30 at Hallway Field with the playoff game. Again, free audio stream for the boys lacrosse game versus Salem. The video will be on the NFHS network for the playoffs. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.